God is like a human body. God is like a human body, an entity. You're a cell, Glennie is a cell, we're sitting there side by side. Do you think that we could be separate from God? How in any way can a cell be apart from a body? It wouldn't have any existence at all. So you found out that you're one with God. God is all, God is only, and God is one. We're all one, folks. We're not in competition with each other. We're all one. We're all together. Did you find out anything else? Yeah. Where? I found out that God is all good. There you are. If God is good, and God is all there is, then there's only good and there's no evil. Is that it? Yeah. No. Number 6 is go vegan. Go vegan. There's no way you can do all this and continue to hurt animals. No, So go vegan. Means no animal products, no cruelty, no violence. It means live harmlessly, live healthfully, live lovingly. We've got it. We've got it. We're okay with it. Now something new came in today too. You started this with a motivation to get rid of the pain. That's not the idea for you to get rid of the pain. That's not your motivation for being selfless, as loving as you can be, thinking purely, being one with God, and being happy. That's really not the ticket. The real ticket is that your reason for being? Your reason for being is why you completely eliminate selfishness and go that beautiful trail. It's not to get rid of the pain. It's because that's what you are called to do. Your raison d'etre. Well, I think we've done our exercise for the morning. Are you completely happy? Yes. Do you have any pain? No, not in the abdomen. That's the pain we were working on. And I don't know what's going on with the pain in the knee because I haven't been paying attention to it. But I have a feeling that that's better. How about the blindness? Are you getting your eyesight back? No. I see that that's an electric light. I see that that's the daylight coming through the window. And you forgot to turn on the other lights. See what time it is.
The time is 9:06 a.m.
Mr. James Fleischman, you are late. All right. The log yesterday. Gordon Bermont, Dr. Gordon Bermont, a PhD from Harvard University in psychology, a lecturer at the University of Pennsylvania in psychology. Purely philanthropic. I've never seen that man cease to amaze me with his giving. He will give and give and give and give and think not twice about it. He is a sponsor of A Chat with Glendora on public access TV in Philadelphia. And he is not the least bit shy of saying whether he likes my work or whether he doesn't like it, and whether he wants to continue to sponsor it or whether he doesn't want to. But I sent him 4 shows. Thank heavens. He said, let's see, what was one? What did he say about the first one? It was all right, but I forgot what it was about. And he said the second one was pure Glendora. It was this kind of thing that we're doing now, what we're talking about. Oh, I know. He said the first one was a complete commercial for veganism. Okay, he says that's all right. He says that's there what you're to say. So, and then the second one was what he likes. Classic. That's it. He calls it classic Glendora. Well, woo! So those will be taken to Debbie Reynolds at Philly Camp, and she will cablecast them for him because he's the sponsor. He lives in Philadelphia. He says that he wants a show cablecast, and they can't say no. Now, how can you do a double negative like that? They have to say yes. That is the law of public access, federal, state, and municipal. Ooh. And Dr. Vermont's wife, Lincoln. Blessings yesterday. Wendy got all of your TV shows from SD card to DVD and is getting them ready to wrap. And she's done the first week of 2-hour shows, 2, the Long Island system of 13 TV stations, the charter system of another 13 TV stations, to Kinderhook, which plays a show 2 hours every night, Monday through Friday, and to Bolton, Connecticut. The first week is done of 2 hours, the second week of 2 hours is done, and I think the third week of 2 hours is done, and the first hour of the fourth week, first half hour of the fourth week is sitting there in the Magnavox DVD recorder. And Ebenezer is sitting there waiting to make 4 instantaneous duplicates of it. Mr. James Fleischman is 10 minutes late. Glendora has to take a antibiotic for a urinary infection, which was caused by her not drinking enough water and the hospital not letting her have water. This urinary infection was man-made, woman-made, and you have to take it with food, and the only food permissible is Triscuits. Why? Triscuits has 3 ingredients: wheat, water, and salt. I'm trying to find the Triscuits. Helping others you enjoy, satisfaction guaranteed. I can't find them, huh? Please come back, eyesight, will you? This frequent probing, it's kind of tiresome and ineffectual. Next, great things of yesterday. The spin of the earth. December 3rd, 3 days minus 21 is 18 more days of fall, and 18 more days before the earth will be home. Year 2022 and start 20 and start year 2021. Great events of yesterday. Wendy and Glendora, must have been 75 names with telephone numbers, all in an agglomerate. And it took us 3 days to separate them into 2 categories. 1, first level calling, 2, second level telephoning. And it's done. So give Wendy credit for that. I think Glendora now knows how to operate this new digital audio recorder. It's like an Olympus. I think it's better than an Olympus in many respects. I don't know the name of it. My people don't seem to tell me, and of course I can't see it. But I think it's functional, and it is absolutely indispensable for running a ship and running it correctly. And this ship is the TV Enterprise television TV show ship. Oh, another accomplishment of yesterday is that Madeline Chapin put into Craigslist an ad for a helper. And it's a good thing that we did, because Mr. James Fleischman isn't here. He was scheduled to be all day at 9 o'clock. What does the ad say? Exciting work, a national TV show on 75 TV stations, Boston to San Diego, editing, making videos, telephoning, must be expert on the cell phone and on the laptop, must know how, even if you got a college or diploma or a high school diploma, you will still have to know how to read, write, and do arithmetic. Filing, what else is there? Errands, bookwork, research, U.S. mail, Gmail, the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I guess that's enough. And that cost $25. Now, we had an ad in last month, but I never got one call. Somehow or other, they all went to Madeline, and she handled all of them, and I had no idea what happened to the people. But I've never heard from them. So this time, call here. What else happened yesterday? the thing of the triumph of the correct thinking and getting rid of the selfishness. That's the major bell. That really rings the bell. Oh, our dear Sandy, the Montessori teacher, came and brought Glendora squash and potato, but no vegan hamburger. She thought she had one and she didn't. And a piece of chocolate cake that was homemade by her husband, who was retired as a Montessori teacher. And then Sandy did Think Folder 2. And she did the in-mail. We sent the wounded warriors to pet assistance. We sent pet assistance to the wounded warriors. There was another plea for charity. We sent that to somebody else. Oh yes, the Indian school. We're going to give pet assistance $5. To me, that's minuscule. We used to give away donations to animals of $100, but that money has been spent for vegan commercials to help the animals. Oh, this is big. Wayne Collins in Glendora, have made a list. $2,615 comes in every month. And then we made a list of what goes out every month, and we added up what went out, each category, for the 10 months of this year, and took the average. It's $400 a month for rent, it's $50 a month for the museum, for the Glendora Franklin Public Access Television Pro Se Newspaper Museum. It turns out to be I don't know, $200 light bill, $300 non-employee compensation, what paying other people to help us and then doing their work over and doing it right. And then the postage every month and the groceries every month and so forth. We'll get that for you, and we will ask dear Wayne, with his beautiful voice and his beautiful reading ability, to display that to you. That was a big one. What is the Bible passage for today? 2 Timothy 1:7. That God doesn't give you a spirit of fear. God gives you a spirit of power and love and accomplishment. What is the hymn? In simple trust like theirs who heard beside the Syrian sea a gracious calling of the Lord, let us, like them without a word, rise up and follow thee. Well, we're doing it. We're doing it. We've got it going. Let's keep it going. What's the word? Well, now that we can understand the operation of the digital audio recorder, the first assistant who comes, and that isn't James Fleischman, we will ask to read the vocabulary words 160, 165. I believe they are affright, afraid, something else, aggravate, and agitate. Those are the words. What's an affright? Well, sudden terror. That's such a great word. No, but it's there and we have to be loyal to it. Alrighty, now, two jokes. There's not much to see in a small town, but what you hear makes up for it. And the woman called to jury duty, says, I'm not going to serve, I don't believe in capital punishment. And the judge says, Madam, this case is about a man whose wife gave him $10,000 to go out and buy a new car, and he took it to Atlantic City and lost it all. The woman said, I'll serve. I could be wrong about capital punishment. I think we're all ready now to start Glendora's work, which is to call Wayne Collins in Pittsfield, call Madeline Chapin in Brainerd, call Pat Nichols-Sarr to see if we got the groceries from the co-op. Honest Weight. I don't think Honest Weight is a good co-op at all. They sell murdered, putrid, decaying animals in pieces. To call Sue Casey, who is so inscrutably aloof, to call Channel 6 and tell them we're doing okay, ready for the commercials to be on the 6:30 p.m. news all of next week, December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day, through 11th. And again, on the 6:30 p.m. CBS News. WRGB, Channel 6. Helping people go vegan. About the record of being 92 and a half years old, no doctors, no medicine. The record now that is smashed. Glennie's lost her title. She's no longer the queen. She's lost her title. But would you say that Glennie did everything she could to help people be vegan, to help people whom she loves to be vegan, and to have that health and strength and purity and oneness with God, and to help animals live their own lives and be free and unharmed? Would you say so? I don't know. Yeah, I would say so. Gave everything? I think so. So where were we? So I guess those are all the events of yesterday. We were on the next one to call. I'm going to call one of my Christian Science practitioners, and I'm going to tell her some things. And when I do call her, I will tell you what I'm telling her. James Fleischman. No call. No show. And then after you call, now you go call Robert Jackson, and thanks to him, we have overcome the impasse with Karen Beasley on public access television in Washington, D.C. We don't have to do anything about that until December 15th to find out if it's scheduled. Oh, no, we know it's scheduled. to put in the one for February 15th. Put in for February 1st. And then Robert Jackson, we have the useless renewals ready for Rockland, Fairfield County, Connecticut, and Litchfield, Torrington, Connecticut. What a bunch of nonsense. And then where do you go? Call the last 3 Dropbox TV stations: Portland, Oregon, San Diego, and one other somewhere. To see if the Dropbox is working, if the program is going by computer Dropbox through Gary Black in Buffalo. Anything else happened yesterday? I told you about the success of maybe being able to operate this digital recorder, audio. Oh yeah, I think we've done it. It's time to call Wayne. And he doesn't like to be recorded. He doesn't mind being recorded if you let him know he's being recorded and what you're going to record. So turn off your recorder. This is my dear friend, Wayne Collins in Pittsfield. And I have asked him to sing you the 3rd verse of Dear Lord and Father of Mankind. Hi Wayne, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Glendora?
Oh, I'm exhilarated that you join us every day for a lovely spiritual hour. Would you sing that now? This would be the 3rd verse of Dear Lord and Father of Mankind by James Greenleaf Whittier.
This would be a recitation.
Yes, please.
Yes. O Sabbath rest by Galilee, beside the Syrian Sea, where Jesus knelt to share with thee the silence of eternity, interpreted by love.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? I was wondering, would you do it again and louder?
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2.
O Sabbath rest by Galilee, beside the Syrian Sea, where Jesus knelt to share with thee the silence of eternity, interpreted by love.
What does that silence of eternity mean?
Well, I think it means an attitude of contemplation.
Louder, Wayne, louder.
I think it means an attitude of contemplation, a oneness with God, a silent communication with God.
Yes. Do you think it suggests that we are immortal?
Yes. Do.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are.
Yes.